on a journey to conquer the scary rope obstacle course at Legon Botanical Garden in Accra, Ghana. Over the next few minutes, we'll witness 5 people themselves to the limit. You are about to witness the most epic rope course vlog of all time. Sit back, relax, and put your device in full screen. Don't blink, or you might miss it all. Let's meet the gang before we proceed. First up, we have the beautiful essay leading the line. Ignore our screams or use it as background music. Our second participant is the wonderful Nimi. Many things happened to Nimi during this video, but he just had to be there. Clara is our third participant and our unofficial tour guide as the sole Ghanaian in the squad. We had to leave Peri behind for a while because only 4 people could go at once. Our videographer for the day is Raphael. He is low-key the sugar daddy and he financed this entire operation. Last but definitely not least, we have my beautiful self, Musa. You only see me in shots from the ground because I was the videographer on the course. Have you chosen your spirit animal? Who are you rooting for? Let's get into it. We arrived a bit late because some people were taking forever to get ready. I won't name names, but catch us up. You will never believe these people. We were on the queue when the operators allowed a foreign-looking couple go ahead of us. Classic Ghanaian pseudo-racism. Don't get me wrong, I love Ghana and Ghanaians, but this always happens. Every single time I visit, white-looking people always get served for me, even when I arrive earlier than them. As God would have it, a couple that were allowed to start before us got stuck during the course and had to be rescued. Who says my God doesn't have my back? I valiantly led my soldiers into battle. My first experience on this course was in 2018 during my first ever visit to Ghana. Let's see if we can do better this time. Chapter 1, Finding Peri. Separating from Peri was an emotional experience for us. All through our experience, we kept searching for Peri and waiting for her to join us. It was a bit too much to handle after a while, but we soldiered on while calling out to Peri every now and then. We finally started our journey to conquer this mighty beast in East Legon. The first few obstacles were a bit easy, but my gallant soldiers began shouting, screaming, and making me feel as though I didn't train them well enough. How many times did SA scream my name? I don't know how these obstacles look on camera, but it was not easy to balance on them, especially for first-timers. You need core strength, upper body strength, and the ability to scream without shame. When we made the journey to Legon Botanical Garden, our friend and personal helper, Raphael, joined us. This man, in his infinite wisdom, pretended to enjoy his feet, so he couldn't conquer us, but we know he's sick. He served as the ground videographer for this trip and was my up throughout. Don't allow your ups video you. His commentary were always out of pockets, and a lot of these jokes were inside jokes, if you know. I believe in you too. Clara, I'm waiting for you. Peri will not be alone. Move back. Hi, Ravel. Hi, Ravel. Musa. Musa, I don't like it. Effect family. No. Alpha. What have I got myself into? You want to far? Hello. Hello, come. Hello. The logs served as a brief rest before we head on to the next obstacles. Shout out to the course designers, they cook on these projects. Wherever they are, they deserve their flowers. This course will work every inch of your body out, and if you're not already active, you can expect to be sore for days after you complete it. The Legon Botanical Garden in Accra, Atomic Road, is affiliated with the nearby University of Ghana. There are lots of activities to indulge in when you visit, but due to time and budget, the team decided to stick to just the rope course. If you visit Ghana without checking the spot out, did you really visit? If you're enjoying the journey so far, you'll enjoy even better crazy fun adventures like this from across Africa for now. By the time we got to the first major checkpoint, we were all sweating, tired, and a bit scared. The next obstacle looked very intimidating and feels like you're low-key in NYSC camp or Goda Ultimate Search for my Nigerians. Parts of the video were dark. Sorry about that. Hopefully, the gang keeps you entertained enough to overlook the picture quality.
Bobby?
Clara was scared for her life at this point, and her sound bites throughout this video were golden. Keep an eye out for her screams and callouts. At this point, the entire park knew my name because Essie and her comrades kept screaming my name throughout the journey. Even kids were laughing at us. We definitely created a spectacle. When we arrived at the third major section, you could see the despair in our faces.
Ah, Clara.
Clara, no puno ajo. I'm still alive. Fine girl.
We were spent, but wearing 10% down with the entire course. At this point, Essie was questioning me for dragging her here. Don't know what she was scared of. Amy and Clara carefully traveled behind us while letting the course operators know that they were not running the same race as us.
Clara, who thinks this is better?
A bit of Nigerian Ghana Bants on the journey. While outnumbered, Clara held her ground. Once again, I asked Raphael to give me some on our shots while we called out to Peri. This isn't the highest and most challenging part of the course, but we did not have the time to go there, and my soldiers were a little unwilling to challenge themselves that much.
Yes, dear.
We got to the end of this section and turned towards the zipline. At this point, Peri was finally close enough to us. We could see, but we couldn't touch. The search for Peri continues. The ground picture quality improved considerably because we were now facing the sun. Every inch of my being was tired, and I could see it in the faces of my soldiers too.
Smile now.
When we got to this next walkway, it looked and felt a bit worn out. I hope this gets fixed soon. This was the only part of the course I felt unsafe traveling through.
Brother, you don't cut.
Don't worry.
No, I'm telling you.
Instructor, can I go? I have to eat.
There's a lot to say about this part of the trip, but nothing I can say will be more exciting than what you're about to see on your screen. Enjoy and subscribe if you haven't already. Join me. Let's experience hidden gems on our continent together.
Stretch your legs.
Yeah.
After months, minutes actually, of searching and calling out, we finally found Peri. Let's go through our journey with her. Unlike my other soldiers, look at how calm, collected, and cool Peri is. Very demure, very mindful. She didn't come here to play. She doesn't do too much when she cooks. She's mindful of why we're here. Good. See what containers can mean, so.
Why we went to Peri?
Who is your favorite character so far? I think you can guess who mine is.
Don't be careful.
Who is your favorite character so far? Chapter 2, Who Sent Us Work. On each level, there are 2 parts. You start in the middle and travel towards the left like we did at first. Return to the starting position and make a similar but different journey towards the right. At this point, we were all tired, but I can say most people had overcome the fear. If we didn't die on the first go, highly unlikely we will now. The great thing is that this time we're traveling as a complete collective with Peri joining us.
That is easy like that. Step on the wood.
Clara, step.
Step on the wood. No, step on the wood. On the wood, yes. And lift yourself up. Can you?
Upper body strength.
Okay. Stop worrying.
Peri, do you see that it's easy?
I'm stuck.
Just walk.
You will
in
not
a
be
straight
stuck here with
line.
me.
Just walk in a straight line, okay?
Give me your hand.
Do it.
Give me your hand. No. Oh my god.
This obstacle was by far the scariest for me. Not really scary in terms of scary, because we were only a couple meters off the ground. A fall will lead to injury and nothing more, to be honest. There were a couple teenagers on the course with us, but this obstacle broke many and they had to be rescued by course officials. My entire body went into alert. The sensations were different, unexpected, and scary, if I'm being honest. My body didn't know what. You can see the gang struggling to stay upright and travel the course.
Swinging. My babies, yeah! Make the picture left. 3, 2, 1, go! And voila! Now right
Nice.
Right hand. Move the right hand. Now move your left leg away. Go. I like that. Relax. My baby Peri. Eagle spirit. Tell me how you feeling.
Give me your hand.
Obi. Or there, yeah, why?
This net walkway was light work, to be honest. Once you go through the first side, you become more confident and it becomes easier. Mini zipline to get you ready for what's next. A final tilted obstacle, and Essay decided to show off her stamina.
Oh yeah, should they catch up? Oh, they catch up. Oh.
Another zipline to end the experience was highly welcomed. This has to be my best video ever. I enjoyed shooting it with friends. Clara and I have been colleagues since 2021, but we met for the first time ever on this day and had the best experience possible.
Hola, mo.
Lady, go for it.
I haven't seen Raphael since he up and left our shared dorm before the pandemic. Editing this video took so long because I was laughing and reminiscing while rewatching, cutting and editing the clips. If you enjoy this finished product half as much as I enjoyed making it, then my job here is done.